This LiDAR contact. I wish I could... So all of these contacts have a certain amount of time before they disappear. So I tell you what, I'm just gonna launch to the shallow part of the ring here. I don't know why it's... Oh, you know what? It's costing us 10k just to get to the ring because we bought new equipment, and that new equipment weighs more. And so because our ship weighs more, it's gonna cost us more. But that's okay. So I'm gonna jump to the shallow part of the ring, and then we will jump directly to the big LiDAR contact. Now, first things first, let's go to Geologist, and we want to set the drones that we have. I only want to stop nuggets that are a minimum value of 5k. I don't want iron. I don't want... I'll leave unmarked. So unmarked, nah, let's not do unmarked. Because then it's going to try to stop the nuggets before they actually get identified. And then I don't want platinum either for that, because it's fairly heavy. I'll pick it up if it's worth it, but I'm not gonna waste drones on slowing it down. You can see now in the cargo hold we have the baffles, so once the cargo gets past this point, it won't be able to go back out the cargo hold, so that will help us with the grinding doors. Alright, so the other thing I wanted to do, let's go to the big LiDAR contact, which will take us 10 minutes to get there. It'll be in the game for another 58 days, so it's plat a course. And then we have to wait for the ship to align to that course, and it's gonna gripe because there's something in the way. Okay. I'm trying to get us aligned manually, and I should just let the computer do it, because it's better at it than I am. Anytime now! Now you're gonna get to the point where, yep, there we go. And now there's another asteroid in the way. This is exactly what I was afraid of. And incidentally, this is also exactly why This is exactly why I tried to get into the shallow part of the belt, because it takes a minute. If anything gets in that, you see the little, well, the digital wang that shows up when we do that is effectively our trajectory, and it has to remain clear until it gets to 100%. So, we've got an orbital station here. Hey, don't zap me. Let's go ahead and hail these guys and see what the deal is. Do we have processed vanadium? Unfortunately, we do not. And I don't even have a mineral processor on this ship, so that is unfortunate. I would like to help them, but I don't have the equipment that I need to do it. Oh, now with that being said, our nanodrones are already working because there happens to be a nugget right here that meets the criteria that I gave it. So I'm gonna, well, let's get these other little nuggets out of the way first of all. Hey! Don't zap me! Butthole! I don't know if they did that on purpose or on accident, but that's not cool, man. That is not cool. I don't like it when people zap me. I've played actually a lot of different space games. I've spent some time in Elite, I've spent some time in Star Citizen, although, to be fair, it was not on my account because I refused to give Star Citizen my money. I've obviously, like I said before, I've spent some time in EVE. Hard Space Shipbreaker is another one of my favorite space games for kind of the same reasons as this one, where it's a very chill and relaxed game. Space rednecks breaking down spaceships. What else? Oh, I guess the Homeworld franchise. I've spent more than a few hundred hours playing the Homeworld games over the years. So yeah, I've actually played a lot of space games now that I think about it. Going all the way back to ye olden times, I think the very first space game that I ever played, at least like this, was I think was either X-Wing or TIE Fighter way back. Hey, what? I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Let me go. And hell, those are just the big names. Those are the names that I expect the average person to recognize. That's not even... I'm trying to think, like, what else technically counts as a space game. But that's all I can think of off the top of my head. And this little area is much better than the last station I went to, because the last station I went to, all the minerals were doo-doo. It was all iron and water. Oh yeah, you may not believe it to listen to me, but I have been around. I am passionate about games, I guess, is a good way to put it. I enjoy games, especially games like this. Like, for me, games have always been a way to relax. And I know that not everybody thinks about it that way now. Everybody thinks, you know, oh, games is a way to make a living, games is a way to get famous and things like that. Nah, I'm not like that. Games is a way to chill out, have fun, relax. I don't think anybody from Red Bull or Monster is gonna call me for the Delta V sponsorship. I mean, they might, but I'm not gonna hold my breath for that. Oh, we're gonna bump. It wasn't as bad as I thought. Well, hello there, like to crawl out. How are you today? Doing well, I hope. You know, if Monster did call me and they said, "Hey guys, we saw you're playing Delta V there, and we had to sign you," you know what? I would take that deal. I wouldn't say no to that. Oh, it's nice to meet you as well. Hopefully you enjoy the stream. Good to see you. Never gonna turn folks away. Playing a little Delta V, doing a little space? I can words. Space mining today. Not sure for how long, but we had a financial goal that we just reached, and now, mostly just trying to make some more money. Hopefully upgrade ships in the near future. Because I'm tired of flying around in this starter ship. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We got a couple of good nuggets out of that one. Good stuff. Oh no, thankfully my day is going just fine. And as far as cloudy, both literally and figuratively, I'm doing just fine. In the real world, I live in Texas, and so it's always sunny and always hot. And as far as my mental health, I'm doing alright. Hopefully everyone else is too. Hopefully someone from Pillows will sponsor you. Well, I suppose that depends on what you mean. I feel like that's a reference that I'm not getting, but is that like... Is this one of the... Like, should I not Google it? Is that one of those things? Well, that's the hope. Hopefully we will reach our goal soon, although the new ships are very expensive. They are very, very expensive. Although we could also get lucky, and we might just find one abandoned out here that we can pick up. Can you see? Oh, here we go. The mechanic, the guy who hasn't done anything yet, is demanding a raise. Let's see. You want a raise from $6,000 a month to $7,200 a month? You know what? I'll be a good boss today. Sure, you can have a raise. Oh, well, thank you, Game Master Hub. I'm glad that I can be relaxing for you. That is the goal. Yeah, I figure if I'm gonna be a space boss, if I'm gonna be a space captain, I gotta make sure my people are taken care of. I've worked for too many companies and too many bosses that say, oh, you're doing a great job, continue to do that, but can you maybe do it for less money from now on? Well, thank you. Yeah, the engineer wants to squeeze the wallet, but that's okay, because I hired him dirt cheap. $6K for a mechanic is actually very, very low, and that's because I hired him with no experience and no education. And to be fair, he has leveled up while we've been out here, so he's learning and he's doing better, so I will give him a raise for that. If he's gonna improve, I believe in rewarding improvement. Let's see, what do we got? 3K, that's not worth it. Well, if you showed up, I'd be more than happy to hire you right up until you screwed something up. And then we vent you out the airline. It's only fair. Oh, give me that beryllium. Give me that beryllium. Yes, please. And we got some platinum. I don't think I'm gonna go for that. As I said before, platinum, while it can be valuable, is also very heavy. And I don't wanna fill up the ship with it. Especially when there's devil chunks of 666 kgs of beryllium that I can pick up instead. See what we got here. Sometimes I like to just break a few little pieces of a rock to see what's in it. I don't have the upgrade yet that will tell me the composition of an asteroid before I break it. I guess that could be the next goal. Well, now. Stay on target. Stay on target. The goal is a new ship. That's the first thing. Let's see. I haven't checked in a little while, but we've still just got the station. No other ships in this area. Very strange. Not that I'm complaining. No competition that way. Alright. You know what? This is a big rock, so let's... We're gonna hot dog this asteroid here. And it'll give me an opportunity to show off one of the other features of this game. So obviously I have a laser, but there are other weapons that you can use to break asteroids as well. And one of the most powerful weapons in the game is actually the thrusters from your ship. So rather than shoot this with a laser, I'm just gonna get us real close. And then I'm gonna do this. And just like that, rather than sitting here for 30 seconds trying to break that rock with a laser, I've just popped it with the thrusters. Oh, beryllium, beryllium, yes. Well, like I said, I have no problem. If you do well, I will absolutely pay you more. I'm not going to call it a meritocracy, because it isn't, but I reward hard work. I may not be a smart captain, but I try to be a good boss. In my experience, if you take care of your employees, they will take care of you. If you do good by them, they will want to do good for you. So, I figure that's a small price to pay. It isn't hard to be a decent person, and it isn't hard to treat other people like human beings. Which is a lesson, sadly, that a lot of folks in management never seem to learn. Well, unfortunately, Game Master, I can't promise you anything. It depends. It really depends. It depends on the aliens, first of all. If we're talking about, like, you know, Star Trek-style aliens, where it's basically just a hot woman in a bikini with green paint, then, I mean, would you be okay with that? If we're talking, like, you know, alien-style xenomorphs, then, yeah, make me... If I sent you, I would definitely... I mean, give you a flamethrower at least. But hopefully it doesn't come to that. Let's see. Might as well zap these other rocks so we can get them identified while I roll up on this beryllium. Come to mama. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, we're starting to get a little full. I can hear the ore rattling around in the hold. And also, I've only just now looked up at the dwindling reserves of our propellants. I think we're only going to have enough fuel to pick up this last little chunk of beryllium, and then we have got to get out of here. Because we don't have space in the hold, and we're not going to have much fuel to get back either. The advanced combat armor actually costs extra, so we can buy it for you, but unfortunately we'll have to take it out of your check. We can give you the basic stuff for free, but the advanced, nah, that stuff's expensive. Alright, let's head back to the station. We got a full cargo hold, 200k, and we're about to run out of fuel, so now's the best time. And let's see, I forgot how much money we already had, but adding 200k to it, that might actually get us to another ship. Oh, come on now. See, this is the problem. It showed that we had 200k in the hold. When we actually get back, it's only about 190 E-bucks. And that's just down to our geologist. He is good, but not great. That's okay. 260k, I don't think is going to be enough for a ship. Let's see. Oh, I need to go to dealer, not fleet. Yeah, even the cheapest ships are going to be in the 300k range, so... Poop. Well, nice to see you, Electric Clown. Hope you enjoyed your time and hope to see you again. But good luck wherever you're headed, to work or to bed or wherever. Hopefully we catch you next time. Yeah, looks like we're gonna... Let's see. First of all, let's check repairs. We are still getting kind of low on our thrusters again. Think I'll let those go for a little bit longer, and then we'll probably just replace them once they get below about 60% or so. Because I can keep fixing them, but there's only... You can only fix parts a limited number of times. Like here it says we can fix these 2 more times. These we can fix 1 more time. Or we can just completely replace them. And because all of this is going to come out of our insurance for now, because we still have 97K on the insurance, it may be cheaper to just replace them rather than continue to fix them up. But I'm going to let them wear down a little bit more. They're not completely falling apart just yet. Let's see. Equipment. I think we're good on this. We have everything we need. I may look at this reconnaissance craft, though. Because I think this is the one. This reconnaissance drone, equipped with a remote laser, capable of detecting and mapping gravitational... hot colors signifying greater mass. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Now that's a very troubling statement, Game Master. But I don't judge, at least not yet. Let's see, this is the microseismic scanner, anti-soil, blah. The results show the trace minerals. Yes, this is the one that I wanted. But I need to save money for a new ship. I don't know. Nah. We'll save. We'll save. Stay on target. Stay on target. Alright. I'm gonna go a little bit deeper than we did before, and I'm gonna go 40K into the ring. And we will launch this dive. Alright, let's see what's in the vicinity. No other ships. Actually not a whole lot of big rocks in this area either. Well, I assume you're talking about a xenomorph, but, you know, as long as you promise to take care of him and feed him when he's hungry, then, you know, I think we can allow it, but I don't like the idea of bringing pets on board unless you're going to take care of them, so... These rocks are all doo-doo. Oh, wait, never mind. Spoke too soon. I'll have that one. Oh, there's some beryllium. Beryllium is good. Oh yeah, Star Trek is a little bit of an older reference, I think. At least compared to what you see now. I'm not much of a Trekkie myself, but I have certainly seen enough Trek that I'm at least passingly aware of it. I know enough about Trek that I know that the question you're always supposed to ask is Kirk or Picard. That's pretty much the extent. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's Kirk, Picard, or Cisco is the appropriate question to ask any Trekkie, as far as I know. That is the full extent of of my Star Trek knowledge. What do you got for me? Is that worth it? Yeah, it is. Tungsten. I have noticed, just in terms of handling, that the thrusters on the rear of the ship are starting to not function as well as they should. When I'm trying to do lateral thrust, I'm getting more of a spin than a strafe, which is... That's one of the other things that I like about the simulation model in this game, is like, when parts of your ship are not functioning properly, you can feel it. Like, you can actively feel the difference in the way the ship handles. Which is cool. Not a whole lot of games actually do that. Hey, and look at that. 10K, I will definitely take it. And then, let's see, some beryllium. Never gonna turn down beryllium. So effectively, what in case you're curious how the game actually controls, what you're seeing me do is whenever I see a nugget that I actually want to pick up, what I'm doing is left-clicking on it, and that tells the autopilot to align the ship to match velocity to that item. And then at that point, I can either accelerate towards it or back away from it. But the autopilot will keep me pointing directly at it so that we can then scoop up the minerals. Some beryllium and some platinum. Nothing worth a whole lot. Not a whole lot on that one either, but I will take these. Get ourselves some vanadium. It's not a terrible trade-off. It's worth a little bit more than platinum, so it's actually worth picking up, even though it's kind of heavy. As long as we don't fill up the cargo hold with it, I think we'll be alright. If I'm being perfectly honest, though, I don't understand why vanadium is valuable in the game, and it's not, like... That's not as smart a statement as it sounds. It's not that I don't understand why vanadium would be useful in space, it's just I don't actually understand what vanadium is or why it would be valuable at all. I feel like the Google machine could probably tell me, but I don't feel like looking it up. All I know is the game says it's worth money, and that means it's good to me. Come on, geologist. What do you got? Nothing. 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 I don't think I want that. We'll zap this big rock instead. Come on, baby. Come on. Break something. Good lord. Stop the beryllium! Stop the beryllium! There we go. Never gonna turn down more beryllium. If it's over 5K, I want it. Because you can see here, this nugget is about 500 kgs in total, and this one is about 2,000 kgs in total, and yet this little tiny nugget is worth more money. So that's why beryllium is always the rock to go for. Tungsten is very similar in that regard, in that you don't need a lot of it, but it does weigh a lot more than beryllium. Let's see, bunch of iron, some tungsten. Yeah, okay. I don't know. There's a lot of water in these. Screw it. I guess we'll pick them up anyway. The drones have already gone out to slow them down, so I'll go ahead and pick them up regardless. That's the trick, is the risk versus reward versus the resources that you spend. So if I'm gonna spend the drones to stop these rocks, I might as well pick them up. Although I don't actually know if the drones cost us money. I would assume that they do, but I haven't checked that yet. Alright. What do you got for me? Mostly water. Hit some of these little boys out here. Some palladium and tungsten. That's actually a beefy tungsten rock right there. Not gonna say no to 20k. Come to mama. No, not you. Go away. Go away. I want this one. There we go. Alright. We got a decent-ish size rock over here, but trying to fit... Yep, there we go. That's what I thought. So you are probably going to be hostile since your transponder is off. Let's check this other guy. Far away intention on rescue mission. Stand clear. Okay. Just random conversations. All of these people, like the crew members and the other ships and everything that you run into in the game, are all procedurally generated based on the seed of the game when you start it. So it's you can memorize the ships, and we may potentially run into them again sometime down the line. So it never hurts to mark them as friendly or hostile, depending on how they act when we encounter them. Oh yes, look at that. I guess today is gonna be a tungsten run. Yeah, I will say I liked older Star Wars more than the new stuff, just because I think that, I feel like the new Star Wars movies didn't really know what they wanted to do. Like, Disney knew that they bought Star Wars because they wanted to make money. And, you know, obviously, when a company like Disney buys, Lucasfilm, they're not buying it for the IP. They don't care about Star Wars. They care about the fan base that they bought. Because they know that no matter what they do, if they make a movie, people will go see it. But, yeah, with the new Star Wars movies, I'm not as much of a fan, but I like the original trilogy, and I guess I have warmed to the prequel trilogy of Star Wars over the years. They certainly weren't perfect movies, but I think they were better than a lot of people gave them credit for. George Lucas was trying to do some interesting things, and I think maybe he just didn't know how to do them, but he still tried, and I think there's something to be respected for that. But in terms of just raw fandom, in terms of nerd cred, yeah, I'm definitely more of a Star Wars fan than a Star Trek fan. But I'm also not super deep into the Star Wars fandom either. I just, if you ask me random questions about Star Wars, I'll probably know more about that than Star Trek. Like, I know the difference between an X-Wing and a TIE Fighter, but I couldn't tell you the difference between the Enterprise C and the Enterprise D. I also couldn't tell you the difference between the Chris Pine version of Kirk and the Shet version of Kirk. Other than I find Chris Pine more attractive. Well, Luke's father is technically Darth Vader. Although, really, it's Anakin Skywalker. That's, you know, it's... I consider that a type of ship of Theseus thing, right? It's... Is Darth Vader Anakin Skywalker? Do we really know? I mean, at the end of the original trilogy, I think they try to make the case that yes, Anakin was in there all along, but I would also argue that the person that Darth Vader is by the end of the original trilogy is not the same person as the Anakin Skywalker we see in the prequel trilogies. By design, of course. I mean, that's the whole point of the character arc. Oh, we got some big rocks up here. I think it's worth giving them a go. I think, yeah, I should mark you as... No, not hostile, stupid. Friendly, there we go. Again, I'm a good captain. I definitely don't mark friendlies as hostile. Never done that before. I don't know what you're talking about. Alright, what do you got for me? Alright, we got some decent rocks in here. Look at that. Got a 13k, a 22k. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's a 32k. Wow. Wow, we broke the right ass rate on this one. If you haven't seen the most recent movies, I assume you mean like the new trilogy, what they're calling the sequel trilogy. You're not really missing much. Again, I think it suffers from Disney not really wanting to know what... Like they didn't know what they wanted to do with Star Wars. They knew they wanted Star Wars, they just didn't know what to do with it. And, yeah, we're getting rich very quickly. Although, I'm losing the elements. The stuff's coming out of the holds. We're losing our nuggets. Uh-oh. Oh, shit! No. Oh, we're gonna die. We're gonna die. Where the hell did this guy come from? What the hell? Yeah, I wonder what happened to the crew too. So we're gonna send our pilot over to check out this ship. Apparently it's abandoned. At least that's what they're telling us here in the text. So I guess we're gonna send our pilot over to the ship to see if they can potentially get it up and running. Which, hopefully, I mean, we were looking for a new ship anyway. I'm just gonna bring the ship to a stop. Hey, nice. Okay, so our pilot, Lorelei, is gonna take the ship, back to the station. So when we get back, we'll have another ship that we can potentially use. That's actually cool. I mean, maybe it's like Dead Space. It's entirely possible that we're gonna get back and she's gonna be dead, and the entire station will be full of necromorphs. Now that's not true. That doesn't actually happen in the game. But you never know. What? Catastrophic failure. Sucks. I think our pilot just did a dumb and ran into something. Okay, we gotta go check this out. We're already in a position where we're full up on ore and we're running out of remass and our transit reserve is bad. But we gotta go check this out. crap. Like, we're not really in a good position to go check this out, but if our pilot is trying to get our ship back to the station and just ran into something, then we gotta go make sure she's okay. I think that was that? Okay, hold on. So, Cantankerous Wolf now. I don't remember the name of the ship. I feel like it was First Class Tundra, though. Hey. And we are burning so much Delta V. Unfortunately, there's no way to selectively jettison cargo. And we're already below our transit reserve, which is unfortunate. So yeah, this is not an ideal scenario. But these are the risks. These are the risks. Oh, come on, that's no way to do things. No man or woman left behind. We gotta at least make sure the rest of the crew gets out. Even if they are money grubbers and constantly asking me for a raise or time off. Let's see, can we zoom out? Oh, no. That ship is not a ship anymore. I think our pilot might have had an accident. I mean, maybe it was friggin' necromorphs. Oh no. And now we got these guys. The UIO are basically space terrorists. And they will basically attack us on sight. Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but there are no escape pods on this ship, unfortunately. What? I've never run into this before, so I'm not, like, I assume this is some kind of a beacon. Look, if you don't get away from me, last song, I'm gonna pop you with this laser. Oh, okay, so you are a bad guy. Got it. Yep, we gotta get out of here. And we're gonna run into some stuff while we do. Enjoy laser, butthole. You're gonna flank these. Best check yourself. Get out of my house with that shit. I'm over here trying to rescue my pilot, who just flew high speed into an asteroid and blew up the ship we were gonna get. Now these guys want to take advantage of the situation. And it is not going to let me hail this thing at all. So we know the lost song is also hostile. Good to know. Although clearly some military-grade space laser. Yeah, there was never an escape pod on this ship. I mean, like a good captain, I will go down with the ship. But, you guys may not have a choice in the matter. Come on, bump into an asteroid so you'll slow down. I don't have a lot of remass here, and I need to be able to catch you. I'm not gonna let our pilot die. Even though she clearly was not very good at her job. Actually, you know what? That's a thing. I forgot. I can do this. Geologist. We'll use the drones to stop unmarked objects, and then it will slow down the beacon. Jesus, I don't know why I didn't think of that sooner. Okay. However, I think it's gonna be a little bit of a challenge getting this thing into the cargo hold. I'm just gonna leave this on unmarked for now. Because we're probably gonna bump into this thing a couple of times trying to get it in the cargo hold. Or maybe not. Life support nominal. Okay, but... oh no. Like, I understand life support nominal, but I can't... how do I get this into the ship? I don't know. Please stop spinning. There we go. There we go. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. Get in. Okay. This is not ideal. But... oh look, now the mechanic's got a 4chan rumor that he wants us to check out. Okay. So we have effectively bitten down on the life pod, the escape pod. I don't know if we'll be able to get it into the cargo hold of the ship, but I'm gonna try. And I'm probably gonna get us killed in the process. We're gonna run into stuff. You know what? I don't know if this is even gonna work, but I'm gonna try to get us back home like this. I don't know if that pod's gonna ride like that, but we're gonna find out. Okay, Astrogator, let's head back to the station. I've done a lot of dumb things in this game, even though I haven't played it very much, but it's probably the dumbest thing that I've done so far. Okay, life pod. Who was in the life pod? I know we get 50k for it, but I think that was our person. Oh yeah, it was. Okay, cool. We got him back. We got him back. How you doing? Are you alright? Let's check on Lorelei here. Yeah, looks okay. Sure, Game Master. You can be the EXO, and you'll have to keep these people in line. Now, did we actually get the ship back? We did! So, okay, it was the first class Tundra. So somehow, even though our pilot took the ship and started flying it back and then ran into something and it blew up, we still get to keep the ship for some reason. Let's examine. Oh, it's not even... like, it's basically the same ship as the one we have. It's just... what, it looks a little newer? Maybe? No, it's exactly the same. It's just a different color. Well, poop. Well, I guess we'll sell it then. Yeah, because clearly it took a lot of damage. Actually, you know what? Hold on. So this thing does have some equipment on it. Nah, screw it. We're just gonna sell it. I don't care. Oh! Sell it for 850k? Yes, I believe I will. Okay, well now we got a 1.3 million. We're headed straight to the dealership. Let's see what we can buy, because I've got a whole bunch of E-bucks that are now burning a hole in my pocket. Let me see. What can we afford with 1.3? If there was one thing that you could do in this game that it doesn't currently let you do, is I wish you could sort by what you can actually afford. Let's see. What is this? I have no idea what this is. This one looks like it's just an improved version of the ship that we already have. Rusty Journey. That definitely bodes well. Let's see, it has 2 high stress and 2 low stress hard points. We can hire 8 crew. Wow, that's impressive. Does it have... Yeah, it does have an excavator as well, so we could process minerals. Okay. We've also got this one, Hybrid Potential. This one I know for a fact has a processor on it, but that's 2.5 million, which is still a little outside of our price range. This one we could just barely afford. But then I wouldn't even have any money to pay the crew, and that's not going to go over well, I don't think. First Class Tundra is the one we just sold. Spherical Hope, they're only asking for 873k, so we could definitely afford it, but it's also pretty damaged. So we could buy it, but then we would immediately have to dump more money into it to get it into working order. If I traded in the ship that we have, then that would cover almost $1 million. That would basically cover the cost of the ship. You know what? We're gonna yellow it. I'm gonna trade in the old ship. I'm gonna buy this new ship. And now we got 1.3 million to get it repaired and try to get it... Oh. Woo. Oof. Good thing we got 1.3 million to dump into it, because clearly we're gonna need to. So, obviously, first things first, we're gonna replace the engines. We want new engines. I don't care about the microwave emitters, because I'm gonna replace that. Actually, that's the other thing I need to do. Let's go to equipment first. And let me make sure that we have all of the equipment that we want on it. So standard cargo bay. We want the baffles. Yeah, it's a lot of red, but I knew that buying it. That's why it was so cheap. So, like, for example, this is the same ship. If we go back to the dealer. It's the same ship as this one, but this one is brand new. So if you notice, this one brand new costs 2.5 million E-bucks. But we just bought the one we have for about 870k. And the reason it was so cheap is because it was beat up. So I think net we're still going to come out in the positive because we bought it used and we're going to fix it. So yeah, that's the plan anyway. So we got the turbine, we got the ultra capacitor, we got the fuel rods, got the engines, standard propellant tank. We may... How much is the upgraded propellant tank? 20k with trade-in, it's only 8, so yeah, we'll go ahead and add some more propellant so we get a little more fuel. We definitely want the basic nano drone. We don't want kinetic ammunition because we're not using a kinetic weapon. The high stress hard points, we will go back and buy the mining laser that we were using. And instead of a microwave emitter, I'm going to get rid of that. And we will go back for our tug drones. So now, equipment-wise, we have all of the same equipment that we had before. Let's see what that fixed. Okay, yeah, so that replaced a lot of this stuff. And now we just need to either fix or replace the rest. So these parts that have failed, I'm just going to go ahead and completely replace them. And because the thrusters are cheap, I'll replace that. Onboard computer, only 4K. Yeah, screw it. So the reactor is the big question, is going to be, because we can fix it for 5K and probably get it back into working order, but we can only do that twice. Whereas replacing it will take the same amount of time, but will cost us 44K, which is going to eat up most of the rest of the insurance that we have on this ship. It's not the end of the world, because it still doesn't end up costing us any money, but any repairs that we have to do to this ship going forward, we will have to foot out of pocket. I think I'm going to go ahead and do it, just so that we can roll out of here with a fully functional ship. So we've only got about 6K left on the insurance. That's okay. And it's going to take us 2 days to be ready to dive again. So, yeah, we'll have to pay for lodging. That's okay.